By the end of this video, you're going to figure out exactly how you can actually retain your SMA clients so that they're not just signing up with you and leaving and not recurring. This is preventing you from actually making real money with your agency. So 5 years ago, I started off with SMA and I couldn't figure out how to retain clients. I couldn't figure out how to stop getting chargebacks, how to stop getting refund requests. All my clients were super mad at me and I couldn't understand why. I did my job. I was generating them leads and I was delivering them the leads. And I thought that's all I had to do. And I realized the only reason they weren't happy is because expectations differed from reality. And this is the secret that separates 7-figure marketing agencies from 6-figure marketing agencies and those that can barely even get to 6 figures in the first place. And it comes down to radical expectation setting on the front end with your clients, right? And it comes down to this one thing. Now, guys, if you don't already know, my name is Jared Curry. I built 2 7-figure marketing agencies before the age of 21, and I've exited both of them. So now I make content and help other agencies scale. And one of the best ways to scale is by figuring out how to just get better client results, because it's so much easier to keep a client than to keep getting new clients, right? And there's only one way to do that. And it's by implementing what I like to call a get-rich-quick detox, right? So many people, they sign up for these marketing programs because they think this marketing is going to fix all their problems and make them a bunch of money. And that's just not the case. We want to set proper expectations for our clients. And I have to give massive credit to one of my good friends and former business partners, Matt Shields. And this one little tweak took our churn from like 20 to 30% month over month, all the way down to some months being 3%. And guys, we had over 200 SMA clients every single month. So we were really only losing 3 to 6 clients every single month, which is insane and unheard of for an agency of our size. And it's by implementing what I'm about to show you in the next few seconds. So guys, what you're about to see is our head of client success onboarding a bunch of clients, because we did it in a group setting because we were closing so many clients in a week, we couldn't do individual onboardings. So we did it in a group setting and we set these super crystal clear expectations, and that made the client get excited about doing the work, about calling the leads, versus most agencies like yours probably, they really aren't excited. They don't do the work and they have horrible expectations and they just get mad at you. Quite frankly, because you're not doing this. And if you are doing something where you're kind of telling the client what they should be doing and kind of giving them expectations, you're probably not doing it at the level it should be done. So this is how you do it. This is literally from a 7-figure marketing agency. So guys, copy it, implement it, and better to build a better client experience, because we want people to be successful. And we can only do that if their expectations don't differ from reality. So guys, let's go ahead and dive in. But before I do, if you guys want the slide templates, just comment down below and my team will send it to you. I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
Welcome to the Estate AI family. I'm super, like I said, excited to have you guys. So why do we do this? Why do we have a success call? Well, really, we do this just to, like I said, meet each other, set some strong expectations so we can really squeeze the most juice out of this program. So again, today's agenda, get to know each other a little bit better, go over those winning steps, setting some expectations on both sides, and then what we're going to do from here. So who we are, guys. We provide leads, as you know, but we are not a lead gen company. We are real estate growth partners helping realtors like yourselves scale your business across the country. So our role, again, we are not just some agency you outsource marketing to. We are your coaches and partners. And our goal, honestly, is to provide more coaching and leads than any real estate broker out there without you giving away a large percentage of your income. No 20%, no 50% per lead, right? You're paying for these. These are yours. So our mission is to shift the paradigm of the entire real estate industry. And then one of the really cool things about our company, I actually had to take an empathy test just to work here. I don't know any other companies that are really making you take emotional intelligence tests just to get hired. So I think that's something that we do that's really unique and actually kind of cool, that separates us from a lot of other companies, because we really do actually care. So a little bit about me, guys. As you might have heard me and Tiffany talking about a little earlier, I'm based in California, which is where I live, 13 hours away from Los Angeles. I live in northern California in a little town called Chico. I absolutely love it here, but I'm not from here. I'm kind of a mutt, like maybe some of the rest of us on this call might be. I was born in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I was born in Central America, and then Central America. That makes me sound like I'm from South America. But so I born in Cincinnati, Ohio. When I was 11 years old, I moved to Massachusetts. So that's kind of like where I feel like I'm from. Like my formative years took place in Massachusetts, which is also why outside of real estate, my big like thing to do that like kind of helps me escape from real estate is music, food, and sports. I love going to a concert. I love going to a football game, and I love going to a restaurant out to eat at like the newest, latest place. I'll be talking about that actually a little bit more here on this call. So that also is why I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a big Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox fan. If you're a sports fan, you probably hate all of those teams because we've dominated you guys for so long. I apologize. Not really, but we stink this year. It's not going to be great. Outside of real estate, though, guy, or actually in real estate, I didn't mention this. I'm also a realtor. So not only am I a coach, I actually practice what I preach. I just had a closing yesterday on another estate AI lead. I also use the program. I have 4 listings from the program. I have an $800,000 house coming up on the market in a couple of weeks. And I have a bunch of people in my pipeline that I'm continuing to follow up with and nurture. So listen to me, talk to me, ask me questions. I actually use the system and can speak to it directly. So I'm here to help you guys, because the other thing that I'm here for is I just love helping people. As you can see at the bottom, I'm passionate about coaching and helping realtors, but really I'm passionate about helping people. And every job that I've ever had, it's been in the service industry in some way, shape, or form. Helping others is like a really big passion of mine. And I'm sure it's a big passion of yours, or else why would you be doing what you're doing, right? So I'm curious about you guys, and this is where we get to meet each other. So I know a couple of you just from some of the conversations we've already had, Tiffany being one of them. But guys, I want to know a little bit more about you. So could you tell me a little bit about where you're from, what you're doing currently? What do you enjoy doing maybe outside of real estate? And what is your why? Why do you do what you do? And whoever wants to start can, or else I'll start picking on you.
I'll start.
Go for it.
I am in Dallas, Fort Worth, and my main area is in Southlake, Colleyville area. I have been in real estate for 3 years, and I have a 2-year-old little boy who will be 3 next month. And I am married, and we're huge sports fans. Texas Tech. My husband went to Tech and undergrad, and then he went to grad at TCU. So we like TCU and Tech, but our heart's with Tech. We have season tickets this year to all the games, so we're busy. We're busy this year going to football games on the weekends, and I do what I do, like Jake was saying, because I love to help people, and it gives me the flexibility to be with my family. We lost our daughter in 2018, and so that's when I got into real estate, and it just gives me the flexibility to stay home with my family when I need to, and just helping others. So
awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about that a little bit, and I'm sure that's a big reason why you do what you do too.
Yes.
So we're here to help you. I can't wait to get to
I'm
know
excited.
you. I'm excited too. I really can't wait to get to know you a little bit better. And I know you know Paula, who's also in the program and has had great success already.
Yep.
In the program. I love Paula too, so I can see why you guys are friends. I'm excited to get to know you a little bit better.
He's awesome. Thank you.
Paula is great for sure. All right, who's up? All right, go Erica.
Okay, my name is Erica, and I'm in Houston, Texas. I have 3 kids. The older ones, he's actually in deployment in the Army. So I just got 2 right now, 14 and 16 years old. Okay. And but same thing, I like to help people. I enjoy helping people and finding their dream home. And I love real estate. And I've been in real estate almost 2 years in November. It's going to be 2 years.
Awesome.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to help you too. We have a lot to offer here. I know some of you are, it seems like under 5 years in real estate. And even if you've been here, and I don't care if you've been in real estate in 20 years, there's still a lot to learn, still a lot to glean from. Guys, if you really take advantage of all the things we have to offer here, please leverage me as newer agents. And I really can't wait to see where you guys go with this. Texas has done really well for us, so I'm excited for you guys too. Who's next?
I can go.
All right, man. What's going on?
I'm originally from New York. I ended up in Colorado due to the Army. So I was in the Army for a while. Finished out as an Army recruiter my last 5 years. So this is actually kind of similar because you got to change people's lives, except you're not selling something that's tangible. you're selling a lifestyle in the Army, which is different. But
Totally.
everything more or less, like the funnel, things of that nature, it's all the same in recruiting.
Right.
Things I like to do, I like to hit the weights. Obviously, I can't do it now because I had shoulder surgery.
Oh no.
I'll be back. I love hitting the weights. It gives me that place where I can let my frustrations out. You know what I mean? And
I'm the same way, dude. I'm I'm a gym rat too. I get it.
And I got into this basically because the money's a plus, but I enjoy more so helping people get that dream house, or that feeling of accomplishment when you help them get that property that they were trying to get, and you're like, yeah, I did that. I helped them. It's a good feeling. Like it's the money's a plus, but the helping part, the helping out someone is the most important thing for me anyway.
100%. And for most people, buying a house is probably the biggest thing that they'll do in their lives, honestly. And to be able to help people through that, like on multiple occasions, even through I just had an escrow that literally just closed yesterday, and it took like over 60 days. And my sweet seller was like the most patient human being on the face of this planet, dealing with all this stuff, because the other person who bought our house had like a 1031 exchange that they had to complete in order to get it done. And the house they were buying had 13 people on title that had to sign it. One guy drug his feet for 3 weeks, and it ruined like the entire thing. And but that's stress. There's so many things that are involved in that process. And to get someone through all that, and like at the end, they're like, oh my gosh, like how did we even get out of this? And like just the relief and the sense of like accomplishment. You're right. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And I'm sure you probably experienced that a little bit in the military too.
I got a closing tomorrow. So
hell yeah. Congratulations. You know what? That's what I forgot to start off with. Usually we start off with wins. What is some wins that you guys have? So maybe so Alex just had one. I got a closing. We'll let Gianna go because it's her turn to tell us a little bit about herself. And then I'll ask you guys what some wins you guys have. Go ahead. Gianna, what's your win for the week? And so when we say wins, we mean you could have just gotten a closing. You could have just met new clients that you're working with. Any wins that you've been having, Gianna?
Honestly, I think my win for the week is kind of joining this program. I've been.
Hell yeah, that's a W. Go.
Yeah, I honestly think that for sure. It's, to be transparent, it's been a little bit slow of a summer for us. So I'm very excited that I took initiative to kind of grow my business, and joining this team I'm really excited about. So that's my win.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself too.
Well, I'm from Buffalo, New York.
No. Are you a Bills fan?
Yeah, Bills Mafia.
They're so good. I hate it.
Yeah, we're when people are like jumping on the tables, those are literally my friends from high school. So it's kind of crazy.
Honestly, I want to see it in real life. I would love.
You really don't. It's very scary.
I do. I actually do.
If you go to a Bills game, it'll be right in front of your eyes. So
that'd be great. I will wear a Pats jersey, and I want them to heckle
they'll
the entire
time. But yeah, from Buffalo, I went to school out in Washington, D.C., and I've been here since. I do D.C., Maryland, Virginia, so the whole DMV area.
Great.
Let's see. So after college, I got into like property management and leasing, which is totally different than just residential commission-based real estate, as everyone probably knows. So I got into like residential real estate, like, selling and all of that exactly 2 years ago. I love my brokerage, but I'm kind of ready to expand a little bit and focus on, myself more. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for sharing. But I got to ask Tiffany and Erica, do you guys have any wins today?
This week, I would say I would agree with Gianna. This call is my win. Yesterday I had a rough day. I'll tell y'all real quick. I was getting gas at QT, and it was just me and my son. My son was in the back seat, and I had the gas hose going, of course, from the pump to my car. And as I was pumping gas, I stepped over the hose to get my son out of the back seat to go in and get a drink. And I tripped.
I already can see where it's going.
I tripped over the hose. And I didn't fall immediately down. I was like, I knew I was falling and I was about to fall. So I was in like a fast-paced walk, and I caught myself all of my right side. My toe is broken, my big toe.
No.
It's black and blue. If I was on my phone, I'd show y'all, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. And then I fractured my right arm. And so I'm in a sling. I don't have it on right now, but they don't do anything for fractures anymore. They don't cast you or anything. They just put you in a sling and say ice and rest. So I was in the hospital yesterday getting x-rays. But anyway, so today's a better day. So
all right, well,
today's my win.
I'll take that win for today.
Yeah,
it's funny because you and Alex are literally side by side on my Zoom here.
I know.
Like the two injured people are right next to each other.
Yes. So.
All right, Erica, what about you? Did you fall yesterday?
No. My win from yesterday, it was joined to you team.
All right. Well, you know what? You guys keep feeding me today, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining. And one of the cool things about this program is honestly getting to meet you guys and you guys getting to meet each other. Honestly, I literally saw like 4 or 5 referrals go out last week alone. Someone's like, hey, I know someone I have a buyer who is moving from my area. They just sold. They're moving down to such and such a town. Do we have an agent in that area? Someone raises their hand. They get a really awesome referral. So there's really a whole lot we have to offer here, guys. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg. And I'm going to dive in about all that right now. So let's go on. Yes.
Can I ask you, because I'm going to write this down. So Alex is in Colorado. Is that right?
Yep.
Just for referrals here.
Alex is in Colorado. Erica is in Houston and Gianna is in DC.
Okay.
Washington. Yep.
Awesome.
And you guys, if you guys are not already in the Facebook group, definitely join that group because you literally could go up in there and add every single person that's in there as a friend and already create that referral network with some more realtors. So that's what I recommend doing as well. All right. And also, we'll talk about it. I'll tell you all about it. Right. So you guys ready to go?
Yes.
All right. Well, why should you listen to us in the first place? Well, we've worked with over 300 plus realtors. And we've become one of the fastest growing real estate growth companies in the country, taking multiple brokerages to 100 million in volume and beyond. And we actually practice what we preach. Proof is in the pudding. We put our money where our mouth is, whatever cliche you want. We actually spend money on ads too, guys. We run ads, so we know what we're doing. This is just a snapshot of some of the money we're spending on ads and booked appointments coming in here on the right. And the other cool thing about us is we actually have a real team. Now, I know most of us in this room are actually relatively new real estate agents, so I'm not sure if you guys have used other marketing agencies or other marketing companies in the past, but I have. And typically what happens, and also the reason why I work here is because we're not like them, is you hand over your credit card and then you never hear from anyone again. And they give you whatever they give you and they don't really care about the results. They really don't care if you're happy with it. We are not that group. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear what's going on. We want to help you guys succeed because we truly believe we're the GOATs at real estate growth. And for those who don't know, that's the greatest of all time. And we know that sounds egotistical, but we do say that because we know that you guys are in good hands and we have your back. Guys, I'm a realtor too. Like I use this program. Not only do I coach with this program, I use it as well. So I can speak to it. Let me know when you guys have issues because we've been helping realtors since 2016, and we've spent well over $3 million in online ads for agents. And we actually just had this gentleman on a call last Thursday. He is one of our OG clients, and we've been able to help Bobby Hall master the pillars. And he's closed 19 deals in 3 months with us with Estate AI. But Bobby Hall has a team of 20 plus agents and one of the top EXP brokerages in the world. Now, I don't care if you want to make $1 million a year or $50,000 a year or $10,000 a year. We want to help you guys get to whatever position that you guys want to get to. If you guys want to be one of the Bobby Halls of the world who has a really big team, who has a really big downline and has a lot of people in his pipeline and a lot of deals done, we can help you get there. Or whatever it is that you want to get to. Let us know what your goals are. That way we can map out a plan to getting there. So you can become one of our other hundreds of other success stories. Like one of our OG clients, Linda, she's actually one of the first clients we've ever had. She got 4 listing appointments in just a few months with us. And she was one of the first people ever who started commenting on our Facebook ads, letting other realtors know just what we were doing for her. So the best part is, guys, while other real estate brokers out there take 20, 30K a year from you, plus a 50-50 split for those leads that they give you, our partners are getting leads, one-on-one coaching, an entire mastermind of other elite agents like yourselves without having to give away half of your income, right? So today's call is going to walk you through every step that it takes for our agents to get to where they want to be. But I'm actually going to quickly show you how you actually can get our system for free, as well as make an as well as make some passive income. So to be honest, Tiffany is here because of a referral. Our good friend Paula Bradley is one of our other agents who is an amazing human being who referred us to Tiffany. Now, because of this referral, Paula gets to actually make a little bit of money too. We want you guys to have that same experience. So if you guys want $500 a month or an $1,800 check sent directly to you, connect us over email with a realtor that could use your help, right? One referral is $500 a month. 5 referrals, that's $30K a year. If they stay with us for a year, that's $30,000 in your pocket just with 5 referrals, right? That's a pretty sweet deal. So if you know other agents out there who need some help, let us know. Because if you're a month or two in the program and you haven't closed anything quite yet, that's the best way to supplement the cost of the program, right? Do you guys have any questions about that? No? Cool. Tiffany? Good?
No, I can't see. For some reason, I can't see your screen anymore.
Oh, no.
I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to get out and back in.
Double click Zoom on your, are you on a Mac?
Uh-huh.
If you go to the bottom where the Zoom little icon is, double click it. Can you see that?
Yeah, hold on a second. I
all
think I'm about to have to get a new laptop. I'm going to see horizontal and parallel lines all over my screen.
Oh.
So I think it's about to.
Oh, no.
I don't see it.
Well, it would be at the bottom, like where all the other little icons are. If not, I really don't know how to help. Hopefully you can pay attention by listening, or you might need to hop back.
Let me get off and back in. Is that
Go ahead.
Can I do that?
Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
It's the same link.
Okay, great.
But anyone else, do you guys have questions about this? No?
No, we good.
Cool. I'm going to give her just a second.
Let me figure this out. I don't.
So just to be mindful of time, I might have to keep going just because it is a lot, okay? So you can just listen through.
Yep.
So how the partnership is going to work, you guys. As a coach, it's my job to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, right? It's really easy for everyone in our business to think like we know everything or think that we have everything squared away. But in my opinion, there's always something that we can be working on, to be honest. Because if you're going to be spending your time and money with us, I really am going to make sure that we make the most of it, even if it is uncomfortable, by holding us accountable. So let's dive into the first part of our program, which is coaching. Coaching is a big thing that we do here. And if you came just for leads, honestly, you're going to miss out on a ton of what this partnership can offer. We have agents who, from brand new agents to elite 6 and 7 figure agents who are in our program who still take our coaching. So if you think you don't need it, right? Just remember the greatest athletes, people, business people, musicians, whatever, they all have coaches continuously helping them out, making sure that they're better at their job, right? So there are 3 key parts to our coaching that you guys can capitalize on. The first part of that coaching is the 7-figure agent course. This course is in a bunch. I should have sent all of you guys an email that said something like Estate AI links to bookmark and save. I don't know if you guys remember that. If not, I will resend it at the end of this call. But in that email is this course. Also in the CRM is this course, right? So this course has a ton of content on sales strategy, marketing, mindset, all that stuff. This is kind of a snapshot of what it looks like. At the top is the most important videos. Then we get into the pillars, guys. These are the pillars that we believe are the most important things in real estate, which are set appointments, close appointments, and fire yourself. Then we dive into some FAQs and bonus sections. In here are scripts, follow-up plans, cover letter templates, social media marketing calendars, things that you guys can implement in your business from the basic level. And then at the bottom is our recorded masterclasses. I'm going to talk a little bit about this in a second, but we have 4 group coaching calls 4 times a week, right? They're 1 hour a day. I will show you the schedule here in a second. But this course that we have is honestly ever expanding, ever growing. Every single coaching call that we have per week is recorded and uploaded to this course. So if you miss a call, you can always hop back into the course and check it out. So this is kind of what it looks like when you expand it out and open it. At the end of this call, I'm going to give you some homework, which don't worry about it right this second, but I'm going to ask you to watch a video called How to Use the CRM. That will help you get acquainted with the CRM so you guys are comfortable with it moving forward. Now, we have tons of other calls on this course that seriously could change your real estate business today. Like literally, we had one of our one of our good friends, Dr. Connor. He is a real estate investor, and he's not a tax professional, but he is a tax wizard. The guy literally knows everything there is to know about real estate taxation. And he literally started saving our agents money on the call that we had with him. And there's so much information just in this one call alone. I literally personally have watched it 4 or 5 times, and I still haven't digested all of the information that he was giving. These are some of the things that you guys can literally start implementing this today. You don't even need to wait for a lead to start to watch these videos so that we really can help ourselves level up in our real estate business. And that's just one thing that we offer here, guys. The course, just like anything or any program, is truly what you guys make of it. So if you want to succeed, we really would like you to go through that course and capture all the nuggets that are in there. Now, the next part of our group is that mastermind, right? You guys are now a part of that mastermind. The realtors in our program are the mastermind, and included in that mastermind are those group coaching calls and the Facebook group. So the private 7-figure mastermind is that Facebook group. Now, this says we have 179 members. We actually have well over 200 right now. And you guys can hop into this Facebook group and you can start adding people as friends, because these people are going to be people that you're going to learn from, as well as potentially be someone to connect with and network with as a referral. So not only do you have us, but you have each other as a part of this team. And this group really is to share your wins and ask questions so you guys can grow and get better. I literally just had someone say, "Hey, I've never done a buyer's meeting before. I really want to do a buyer's seminar. I really want to do a buyer's seminar." Someone's like, "Can you help me with this?" And someone else was tagged in the group. 3 or 4 other people jump in and say, "Hey, I've run a buyer's seminar before. Reach out to me. I'd love to give you some tips." Right? So not only do you have me, but you have each other, right? These are just some of the examples of some of the wins that you're seeing. I think Paula Bradley's here. There she is right there in the picture down there, Tiffany. Mm-hmm. So Paula, Connie, Carly, Adrian, Logan, these are just some of the people that are getting listings, getting appointments, doing drop-offs, teaching each other what they're doing to get better. This is just one example of some of the things that we do here. And we want this group to be positive and uplifting. So please leave negativity at the door and be kind and respectful to all members of our team. So if you have any questions, though, about your personal account, that's something to bring up with me privately. That's not really what the group is for. So the group mastermind calls, like I mentioned, these calls are, again, really just for staying on topic, learning from other people, but sharing your thoughts and insights on the topic. Now, why do I say on the topic twice? Well, because it's really easy to get off topic. And the longer that we stay off topic, we want to be mindful of other people's time. People are taking an hour out of their day to join these calls. So we want to make sure we're staying focused. This is a snapshot, guys, of the calendar schedule. Now, I know some of you guys are in Central, Mountain, all that stuff. You guys might have to convert these hours here. I will be, if you haven't already got it from me, in that email I mentioned, the Estate AI links to schedule and save. The coaching call schedule, the Zoom link for these coaching calls are all in there. Now, you might be saying to yourself, "Jake, why would I show up to these calls? I have other opportunities elsewhere," so on and so forth. The reason why you want to join these calls, guys, is that they're very program specific, right? And they're very Estate AI related. So for example, right, Peter Michael is one of our agents who actually uses the program too. But Peter Michael did not start off his career in real estate to begin with, right? And I'm sure a lot of us can say that too. But Peter Michael, he actually isn't from America. He's from Poland. He moved to the States about 8 or 9 years ago. moved from Pennsylvania with his wife to Florida. But at that time, he was just an online marketer. And then he started marketing for real estate agents. He saw that all these real estate agents were making a ton of money, and he thought to himself, well, I can do this. So with no sphere of influence, strictly using online leads, having literally no family in the States, in Florida, in his first 90 days in real estate, he's been doing it a few years now, he made $100,000, guys, strictly with online leads. So his calls are super powerful because he knows how to talk to people online. He knows how to talk to people in probably a different way. And you might think to yourself, well, how could it be that much different? It really is. The way people talk over text, email, and phone is different than how they talk to you in person. It really just is. So his calls, for just one example, are super powerful for that reason alone. As newer agents, I don't know if some of you guys were on the call yesterday. I know, Erica, I think you were on Deanna Hooker's call, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
How did you like her call?
I really like it. I really enjoy the way the way she talks, and I like it the way she's.
So Deanna is all about like the basic building blocks of real estate and business. If you guys are newer agents and you guys feel like you guys could use more structure, you guys could use someone to coach you on the day-to-day, that's a call to join. And it's a call to join consistently because she builds on each class. So if you ever miss something, yes, you can go back to the course and dive in. But if you don't show up to the call, you can't ask her questions and get better in our business from a day-to-day perspective. So for example, today is my call. It's the success coach's call. We have a call with a guy from Power ISA who's going to be teaching us about hiring ISAs, which is an internal service agent. These people help you call leads so that you don't have to. So that's just one example. We're trying to grow our businesses. We're trying to help people expand and get better. And these are just some of the examples of the calls that we have. So these calls, just like the course, are for learning from, right? So we're going to give you all these tools and training that you guys need, but ultimately everything is up to us. It's up to you to execute it, right? How many of us have seen or heard or talked to someone who went to a gym, right, Alex? Or they went to some sort of training facility and they work out and then they go home and eat like 9 hamburgers and a shake and stuff, and they're expecting results, right? That's what we do, right? You go to coaching, but then you don't do anything with it, right? You go to school, but you don't study. This is what we do. We can give you all these tools, but it's up to you to go study. It's up to you to execute. It's up to you to take the test and do the work, right? Because the reason why we say this, guys, we've worked with hundreds of agents. I have personally, right? Some quit. They give up. 87% of realtors fail in the first 5 years. Why? Because it's easy to get in, but it's hard to stay in. And I think a lot of us can agree with that. But we've had a lot of other people who've leveled up and closed deals, like Paula Bradley, like myself, right? So we're going to do everything in our power to support you. That's what we're here to do. But ultimately, it's up to you guys. So now you have a course, one-on-one coaching with me. You literally have a coaching call link where you can book a call with me once a day if you wanted to. It's up to you. The onus is on you. It's in your hands. We're going to help you get to the next level, but only if you want to get there. Do you guys have any questions about this part, this coaching aspect? Cool. Pretty straightforward, right? Take the work, do the work, be the work. Now we're going to talk about the leads and the system, right? The actual opportunities part of this. So we evaluate the success of your ads on a 4-week cycle. And we think about it like investing in the stock market. There are good months and bad months, right? But over time, it's always going up, just like in the stock market, right? Because ads are not a get-rich-quick scheme, just like the stock market. Ads take time, right? On average, our agents get their first deal done in the first 74 to 97 days. Now, some people might say that sounds like a long time, but you have to think about this logically, right? People's lead times are super all over the place. People's expectations are super all over the place, right? I've had leads that come in and say, Jake, I want to sell my house this weekend. I go over to their house and I'm like, we cannot sell this weekend. We need like a month. We need to clean this thing. We need to do this. We need to do that, right? That takes time, right? So my first listing that I signed from this program, guys, took me a month and a half. And I didn't close it for 60 days, right? Because it was in the is in the foothills of California where it's fire season, so it's a tougher sell. That could happen to you. But we need to remember that this is kind of pretty average. So 74 to 97 days to getting your first deal done. That's the average. But there is differences, right? But by this point, guys, you've proven the system can work. It's just a matter of scaling it up, but it does take time to get there. So there's going to be times where you get a ton of leads one week and then zero the next. Or if it dies out a few days, our agents are like this, right? It looks like a fire is burning around them, but they know this is normal and they're totally okay with the events that are unfolding around them. This is us too, where these dogs sipping pink mimosas, chilling, knowing that it's all a part of the process, right? We've had clients go from 0 leads in a week to 4 in one day. In California, my market is tougher than most. Honestly, it's a lot tougher than Texas and DC and stuff like that. But it took me 2 weeks before I got my first lead. But now in the 4 months that I've used the program, I have over 140 people that I'm following up with consistently. I have 4 listings from it, like I mentioned. I have another one coming on the market here in 2 weeks. And I have probably 70 people out of the 140 that I'm actively talking to on a regular basis. And the other people are in a drip campaign, and I'm following up with them so that when the time is right, I'm the person that they go to, guys. So be patient, hang tight. The first 4 to 6 weeks is what we're using to test and optimize your ads and just be more like these dogs. And let us know what you're experiencing too. We're not one of those lead generation companies, which we're not just totally, but we do generate leads. But we're not one of those companies that doesn't want to know what your experience is like, right? So please let us know what your social aspects of this part is, right? We look at your ads on an analytical level from a marketing perspective, right? We see all the numbers, we see all the data, but you get to talk to the people directly. We want to hear about those experiences because even though I have access to your CRM, I can take a look at the conversations that you're having. I can't see every single conversation you have. And especially once you get 50, 60, 70, 100 leads, I'm definitely not going to be able to see all those conversations, right? But you do. So please let us know about it and talk to us about it for us so we can hear what your experience is like. So quick recap on all the parts of the program, how it's split up. 25% leads, 25% that one-on-one coaching, 25% the group mastermind, and 25% that 7-figure agent course. So really quick about tech issues, guys, we're using a lot of programs, a lot of systems, a lot of software, CRMs, Facebook, right? All these digital things. So there's going to be, at some point, a tech error might happen, right? So if your ads get disabled or for some reason you can't figure out how to log back into the CRM, all you have to do is let us know. We've literally seen every issue that there ever possibly could be. It really usually doesn't take too much time to get it figured out. So just let us know about it. We're here to work through whatever it is together as partners. Does that make sense, guys? Awesome. So what are we doing to attract clients to our pipeline? Well, right now, even though the market has shifted a little bit, buyers have a little bit more power because prices haven't gone down, but they have leveled out, so to speak, right? Sellers are still king at the end of the day. We are still 5 million homes short of a normal market in this country. So why are you guys all here? Part of the reason is for seller leads. So how do we attract seller leads? We're using a free home valuation. Why are we using a free home valuation? This helps get you guys your foot in the door, right? So if we can help you guys get your foot in the door, providing value to these clients and building relationships, is there any reason you wouldn't be able to help them sell? Come on, any reason? You guys got this? And if not, that's okay. That's what I'm here for too. You guys feel like you need help? Well, I'm here to help you guys sell their homes. And that's part of why I'm here also is by providing value. So how do we do it, right? You might be asking, how do we turn these leads into listings? Well, these are our follow-up secrets that I know Paula's done. I do it. We call them secrets, guys, because honestly, most agents don't want to do this. Call every lead in the first 5 minutes of getting them. Speed to lead, right? Now, I don't know if you guys have heard about Zillow, but what Zillow used to do is they used to give leads to everybody. You would buy a zip code and they would call you with the lead. And if you don't answer the phone right away, the lead goes to the next person. We don't do that. The lead is yours. Okay, go ahead.
So my brokerage, we partner with Zillow Flex. And I mean, I'm so grateful because they've given us so many great leads, but
Totally.
that's exactly how it is. So the phone rings and it says Zillow Flex, and you gotta, when you're on a shift, you gotta have your hand or your
Oh yeah.
in your hand like that. And especially now that there's less buyers, you're not getting as many calls, and there's 6 people on a shift. So the hardest part about the business right now is picking the phone up fast enough.
Yeah.
So, back last summer was different because calls were coming a lot more, but it's very true. What you just said, basically, it's, you got to like speed to the phone. It's kind of funny, but it gets a little bit stressful.
It is.
Someone else got the call. Someone else got the call. I'm like, okay.
Exactly. But that's not what we're doing here. These leads are yours. Okay. But speed to lead is still important, guys, because these people, if you think about it, they just filled out a form. They're looking to get information. The longer they don't get that information, or the longer they don't talk to somebody, they might just move on. That's what people do. We have a short attention span. It's like the TikTok world. We got 30-second attention spans now. They just move on to the next shiny object, right? So speed to lead is important. And I'll talk a little bit about you guys individually about speed to lead, because what happens is the AI sends out a text message, the client responds. Now, if they're responding to the text messages, I would just keep texting them and do what's comfortable to them and maybe call them later. But if the text message goes out and they don't respond, I'm getting on the phone and I'm calling them, right? But here's the truth. Sometimes people do not pick up the phone, guys. Just going to throw that out there right now. Expectation is set. People don't answer the phone. It's 2022. We have to be consistent. We have to consistently call these people, and we want you to call them at least 8 times, but that's honestly a bare minimum, to be honest with you. We say 8 times because that's the sweet spot in statistical sales, but it could take more. I don't know if any of you guys have worked for Keller Williams, but they tell their agents 26 points of contact, right? I'm pretty sure it's like 26 in order to get a meeting. That's a lot of contact, guys, but that's what we have to do. We have to be diligent, because here's the thing. My 3rd out of 4th listings from this program is with a guy named Edgar. Okay. I called Edgar every day every other day for 3 months, called, texted, emailed. He never answered me for 3 months. Not once. I went into the system. I was like, so Tom Ferry is one of the most famous real estate coaches that are out there. He says it's not the leads, it's us. So I said to myself, what am I doing wrong? I went into the lead system. I saw what time the lead came in. He came in at like 8:30 at night. And I remember I was already halfway in bed because I'm a loser. And I went to bed at 8:15. I was already in bed. I'm like, damn, I'm not going to call this guy till tomorrow. But I forgot about that. So I realized I need to call this guy probably a little bit later at night. Why else wouldn't he be answering the phone? I called him at 8 o'clock at night after 3 months of calling him at all other times, and he answered the first ring. I felt like a complete idiot because I wish I had thought of that a lot sooner. But guys, this was an $800,000 listing that if I didn't consistently call this guy, I would not be getting, I think it's going to be upwards of 22K in my pocket when I close this thing. That's one deal that I followed up with for 3 months. I think it was worth like the 50 or 60 phone calls that I made. I don't know about you guys, but that consistency is super important. And if they do not answer the phone, and even if they do answer the phone, we want you to physically drop off a market analysis to these people's homes. Guys, I've been doing this a long time. I have an agent friend who does door knocking. She makes $800,000 a year door knocking. She's 65. She does it 2 days a week or 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. She's had a grand total of 3 negative experiences in her entire life door knocking. And that's cold door knocking, right? Mind you, 3 total negative experiences. And all 3 she knew were going to happen because she purposefully knocked on doors that said, do not solicit. And the funny thing about those people is that they still see her walk their neighborhood. And now they've invited her back in because she's just a regular now and everyone knows her. So guys, really not a big deal. Dropping off market analysis and dropping off things to people's houses is what most people don't do. But in order to separate yourself from the rest, it's important to become a real person in these people's lives. It's really easy to just ignore a text message. It's really easy to ignore a phone call. But when you show up for people, that's how relationships are built. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because it works. Now, I have some gift ideas for you guys because we want you to include a small gift with a gift bag or something like that when you're dropping off market analysis. And you can do all of this for $4 or less. Go to the dollar store. It is your new best friend. You can buy a gift bag for $1, a thank you card for $1. You buy this candle for $1 and you print out your market analysis, put it in a nice folder, and you drop it off. So that's like $3 or $4, right? Now, why do I use a candle? You whatever your candle is, you can use anything. And I have a ton of gift ideas, but here's one, for example, that I have a lot of other agents stealing from me. And you can even hop into the Facebook group and check out what other people are doing. But some people are printing out stickers for themselves. They're putting their stickers on this candle with their name, phone number, email, all that stuff, basically like a candle business card. And why do I use a candle? Because when I write my thank you card, I write, thank you so much for taking time to review this information. I am looking, and then I sign it off, looking forward to lighting your way in real estate. And then I draw a little candle with a wick and I draw a little house. I cannot tell you how many little old ladies text me and say, oh my gosh, that's so adorable. I can't believe I never get gifts like this. And it's literally the simplest thing. It's cost me $4. People are smitten by little gifts, guys. It's 2022. No one gets this stuff. Nobody gets people dropping things off anymore. It's super powerful to becoming a real person. All right. And so if you want to go above and beyond with your gift basket, and this is something you're going to learn from me as a coach, I like compounding effects, doing little things that have compounding effects. So what do I mean by that? So remember earlier how I told you guys I'm a foodie, right? Like I love going out to a restaurant. So whatever your foodie is, I want you to go and partner. I'm sure some of you guys know some small business owner in your area, right? So what I do is I was in the service industry for a long time. So I know a lot of small business owners, including restaurateurs, right? So I have a good friend whose name is Jay. He owns a taco shop right down the street. I went up to Jay and said, hey, bro, you know, I'm a real estate agent. I know you have a brand new taco truck or new taco joint. I want to help promote your business. And he's like, so what do you got for me? I'm like, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to put in your business card. I'm going to put in any stickers or swag that you got that you already give away. I'm going to put in a food menu. And I want $25 gift cards from you, Jay. But here's the thing. I'm not going to pay for it up front. I'm only going to pay for it when they get redeemed. So it's free marketing for you. I'm going to go door to door. If they actually use the gift card, then once a week, Jay calls me and he says, hey man, 5 of your people came through. You owe me $25. Then I go over to Jay, hand over $25 in cash. That strengthens my relationship with Jay. Again, compounding effect. Now my business cards are sitting on the counter where he sells tacos. So if people randomly think about real estate, they can pull a card from me. On top of that, guys, those gift cards that I give out to my leads and to my people in my sphere, my real estate leads, I write their name on the front of the gift card and my name on the back of the gift card. That way, when they redeem the card, now I know every single person that's used the gift card. So I can track all of my leads, and then I can text them something that is completely unrelated to real estate. And I get to say, hey man, I heard that Jay told me that you guys came through this weekend for some tacos. Which one did you get? My favorite's the ribeye. Which one's your favorite? And now it's not even about real estate anymore. And now I'm making relationships, right? So if you want to go above and beyond and make compounding effects, build relationships with small business owners in your area. Tell them that you're a real estate agent. Tell them that you go door to door doing these things. Gianna, you're in DC, Maryland, Virginia, right? So I have a buddy who who was with Estate AI for a while. I think he was in Maryland, but he actually quit real estate. But when he actually went and moved into real estate investing more so than like just day-to-day residential, right? But when he was with us, he had the greatest gift idea. Do you know what mumbo sauce is?
Yes.
I knew you did. Yeah. So he partnered with a guy in your area who made mumbo sauce and started like promoting mumbo sauce with his gift bags, right?
That's a really good idea. Yeah, sorry.
So the cool thing about that, guys, and why I mentioned this story is because he go local. The more local, the better. People like local stuff. So if you partner with someone local to do this, that's my highest and biggest recommendation, because then, like I mentioned, the compounding effect, right? You guys are now helping each other. Like literally with the taco owner who I mentioned, I'm going to help him buy some land so he can build a house. So not only am I promoting his business, I'm promoting mine, and I'm going to work with them, and I get to meet new people because of it. And I get the people that I drop off these market analysis and these gifts to they get a little something extra special too. Do you guys see the power in that? Do you have any questions about that? Cool. And guys, it can be way simpler than that. Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah, I might sound, silly about this question, but I mean, yeah, like with a small local business, but how it can actually, I don't know, like you give us an example, but I don't know how to start, to be honest.
That's okay. And that's what I'm here for. We can have one-on-one calls, literally, that I can literally map out how this works and how you can get in front of more people so that you can start building these relationships too, Erica. So after this call, I'll give you guys a bunch of information to book calls with me so that I make sure you're comfortable with the system, but also in follow-up processes like these. Cool?
Cool.
Anyone else? Good? Cool. So following up is super important, guys. And I know I mentioned this before, but it really, truly is the most important thing we can do. Drop-offs are super powerful. Here's some sales stats that I mentioned before, right? 48% of all salespeople never follow up with a prospect. It's no wonder that 87% of real estate salespeople quit after 5 years because they just don't do the work. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to the 12th contact, guys. And honestly, it could take a little bit more than that, as we already mentioned. But the good news is, guys, you are not alone. You have Sarah, the AI, who is also here to help you, right? Sarah's that AI assistant. She works all day, every day. She does text messages and emails and sometimes voicemails, right? But just like human beings, Sarah is not perfect. She might miss a response to a lead, or she might say something that doesn't sound like you, or she might follow up with someone after you want her to stop, which is why it's going to be super crucial that you guys watch that how to use the CRM video so that you know how to stop Sarah, you know how to turn the AI off, but you also know how to manage the entire system. And I will help you with that as well. So guys, what to avoid? This is a really long-winded way of saying the people that don't close deals with us are simply the people who do not do the work. They do not call people right away. They don't follow up consistently. They don't give the system the time it needs, and they give up. Just before they were about to strike gold, they quit. Now, referrals versus paid ads. Really quick, guys. I'm going to guess that a lot of you are used to referrals. I know you use some Z-Buyers and Zillow and all that stuff, but who here is mostly used to a referral-based business? Gianna? And referrals are like your sphere of influence, right? The people you already know. Is that pretty much for everybody? Yeah. Okay. So thank you for sharing, because it's important that we talk about this, because people who move from referral based growth to online based growth, it makes them feel like lead quality is lower sometimes. Why is that? There is a specific word that I'm looking for. Why would moving from referral based growth to online based growth make you feel like lead quality is lower? Why? Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't really know the specific word, but there's less of like a human factor, maybe.
Yeah, that's part of it. You're on the right track.
A referral, you trust your friend too.
What did you say?
Oh, trust.
That's the word.
Oh, okay.
Trust. There is inherent trust built with a referral. Someone worked with you who told them that you were awesome and that you should work with them again. And then, I don't know about you guys, I've never had to do a listing or presentation for a referral, ever. It was a handshake deal. Sit down, sign, dunzo, hey-oh, we're working together. It's not the same with online people, guys. These people don't know you. They don't know you. And honestly, they have no reason to trust you. They don't. Because here's the thing. If you put in your personal information to an advertisement and you didn't get talked to for someone for a week or two, would you trust that system? Absolutely not. You wouldn't. But how do we build trust? Becoming real people, which is why I mentioned that physical drop-off is so powerful, right? So why is it so powerful? Let me just give you one example. So one of our clients, Lori Seward, who you guys are all going to meet in the program, she's out of Alaska. She is she's elite. Her sales price, like average sales price in her area, is probably 150 to 200,000 K or $200,000 per house, right? Which for most markets, that's pretty low. She makes 400 to 500K a year, guys, which means she is a beast. She has to do a lot of sales to do that, right? So when she joined our program and I told her she had to do drop-offs and stuff like that, she goes, Jake, I'm not doing that. I don't do that stuff. Like, I make way too much money. I'm way too busy for that. And I go, Lori, why are you here? She goes, well, I'm here to get more listings. I'm like, okay. So if I told you that this process worked and I told you that going to this one person's house was going to get you $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000, wouldn't you do that? Like, I know you're a competitive person, Lori. She's like, okay, you're right. She called me 4 days later. I was expecting her to quit, honestly. the way she reached out to me, she's like, Jake, I got to talk to you right now. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. She called me. She's like, Jake, I got a story for you. I'm like, what happened? She's like, well, I decided to take your advice and do what you asked. I'm like, your ads haven't even started yet. What are you talking about? She's like, well, I went to an old lead gen company and I found one of my old leads that I'd worked with. I literally had one text message with this guy, just one. And I'm like, okay, what'd you do? She was like, well, I decided to just print him up a market analysis, get a loaf of cinnamon chip bread. I wrote him a recipe on how to make French toast. I put it in a gift bag with a thank you card and I went over to his house. I'm like, okay, what happened? It's like, well, I knocked on the door. He answered, super rude. Hey, who are you? She's like, hi, my name's Lori. A couple weeks ago, you reached out to some marketing of mine requesting a free home valuation. I was just in the neighborhood working with some other clients. I wanted to make sure that you got it. He's like, ma'am, I really don't have time for this. And she like love tapped him on the shoulder. Was like, honey, I don't really have time for this either. They both had a good laugh. And she's like, I'm just here to make sure you get this information. I'm not here to sell you anything. I just, you reached out to me. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't give you this information you requested. He's like, oh, okay. Shut the door. That was it. She's like, Jake, 30 minutes later, I get a text message from the guy with a bunch of heart and butterfly emojis. I'm like, what? Okay, what happened after that? And she's like, well, he wrote out to me and said, ma'am, I'm really sorry if I was rude to you. I know I actually recognize that I recognize your phone number because that you had called me before and I never answered. He's like, to be honest with you, I didn't answer the phone because I just put my wife in a home 3 months ago. He's like, my wife hasn't passed away, but it basically feels like she has. And no one in my family has been over to see me since. She was the first person that had been to his house since he put his wife in a home. Now, why is that powerful? She literally changed this dude's life. Like, and like for one day, she helped this guy, giving him some information that he needed. And then he texted and said, hey, I've been having a really hard time getting the courage to get up here and sell my house. He's like, but I really want to work with you because you just came over and you didn't try to sell me anything. You just tried to provide me some value. And I just really appreciate that. And that was her first listing with us, guys. Was a lead that wasn't even hers, but the follow-up process worked, right? And now she's been with us forever now, Lori has. But that's what is super powerful, right? About showing up for people. Do you guys feel that? Do you guys understand that? Why it's really important to go over to people's houses? Because we don't know what's going on in their lives. And we truly believe that paid ads are more powerful than those referrals that you're going to get because they're actually consistent and predictable. You can depend on it. You don't know when that next referral is going to come in. So although the leads are not referrals, it doesn't mean that they're low quality, right? But sales is biological and neurological. So how do we actually get in front of them? We actually have to start with our mindset, right? We're going to have days where we're sad, mad, tired, confused, whatever. We're going to have to get over that in those moments. I mean, look at you, like you and Alex and Tiffany, both of you guys are in pain today. I'm sure you guys have things going on. You guys are hurting, but guess what? The leads don't care. Your day goes on. Things you gotta push through that. So guys, before I get on a call like this, or before I call my leads, this might look really stupid, but I take 3 deep breaths and I hold a fake smile. And I know that sounds really, really corny and juju and woo-woo and all that stuff. But guys, your brain doesn't know any better when you hold a fake smile. Like if you guys did it right now and just held it for 30 seconds, your brain would literally start sending chemical receptors through your brain that changes your brain chemistry. People can hear that on the call, right? How many of us have gotten on a call with someone trying to sell us a new car warranty or upgrade our friggin' cable package we haven't upgraded for 25 years? And they're calling us. They're like, "Hey, Alex, this is Albert with Comcast cable. Oh, all right, bye." And then hang up immediately. No one wants to talk to those people. So how do we do that? Well, people don't want to be sold, guys. No one wants to be sold anything. People hate salespeople. And I'm not going to lie, we're one of them. Guess what? Two of the top most hated professions are probably real estate agents, probably used car salesmen, and then honestly, marketers. So I have two of those jobs, so I know all about it, right? Like we all have to get over that stuff. We have to get through to these people and build trust so that they don't feel like they're being sold something. What the reality is, people don't know it. People actually want a friend. They don't know that they want a friend, but what is a friend? A friend is someone you trust. A friend is someone who you would give all of your private information, all of your bank account information to, and work through some really difficult stuff, right? That's what a friend is. So how do we become their friend? We find their fish on the wall. Do you guys remember this guy growing up? The big mouth Billy Bass. Does anyone remember this fish? Can you see this? Big mouth Billy Bass used to press his button and he would sing his story over and over again on the wall, right? An agent told me this as a metaphor. I was like, fish on the wall? What the hell are you talking about? She's like, well, when we want to get our clients to sing their story. How do we do that? Well, we have to find more out about them. So guys, when I get on a listing presentation, the last thing I talk about is real estate right away. The last thing. I don't want to talk about it. And in fact, the first thing that I say when I sit down with someone is say, hey man, I know we've talked a little bit over the phone. I know I've given you some emails, but can you tell me a little bit about yourself? I start with that every single time. What that does is it leads the person to talk about whatever it is that they feel the most comfortable talking about, but it gets them to open up. Now we're learning more about each other. Now I'm learning more about them. When I asked the guy, Edgar, who I told you about, who I followed up for 3 months without him answering me, when I asked him that question, we talked about medicine for 45 minutes. The guy's a doctor. The reason why he wasn't answering me for 3 months is because he works 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. Again, guys, this is why people don't pick up the phone, because they have lives too. So if they're not answering, we need to show up. So for Edgar, after talking about medicine for 45 minutes, do you know what that did? It actually led me to knowing a lot more about him and why he's actually selling the home. Now, I could have just straight up asked him, why are you selling the home? But that's salesy. Now I'm talking about the house. Now I'm talking about sales. I want to talk about Edgar. So when I asked him that question, I eventually came to the conclusion, or he told us, me and my business partner, why he was selling his home. His daughter-in-law is very, very ill, incredibly ill. They have 6 grandkids, and the husband is taking care of the wife. They need to move back home so they can help the husband take care of the grandkids so the husband can take care of the wife, right? I could have learned that another way. I could have asked him that straight up, but I wanted him to tell me the way he felt comfortable telling me. And that's what created a relationship. By the end of our meeting, guys, this guy was almost crying. He's like 75 and he was almost crying. I'm like, hey man, like what's going on? He's like, I just feel really guilty. I should have started this process a long time ago. And I just didn't have the time to do it. He's like, but thank you so much for staying diligent and continuing to follow up with me. He's like, because now I feel super confident and getting ready to get this over with so I can move home, right? That's the power of showing up for people, guys. And I have a lot of tips and tricks that we can go down a rabbit holes about how to actually do this and do this well. Because the truth is, guys, everybody has to sell their home at some point. So we truly believe that anybody who submits their info by definition is a quality lead if they're the homeowner, right? Because I have a question for all of you guys here. Are you guys going to quit real estate in a year? Are you guys going to quit in 5, 10, 15, 20? So here's my point. This program is a business building tool, okay? If you get a lead that comes in and they say, hey, I want to sell in 1 to 3 months, and then 1 to 3 months come and they're like, I'm actually not ready. That's going to happen, guys. That's real estate. I should have probably 8 listings from this program. Just recently, I was supposed to literally sell a house right across the street that was an estate AI lead. And it was so cool because I beat out, I'm a pretty good agent, but I beat out an agent who's been here for 35 years, who's a top agent in this program, to work with her over there. And the reason why she wanted to work with me is partly because I was so close to her. Because I literally was like, hey, I will show you where I live. If you feel like this isn't working, you can knock on my door. And she's like, that's awesome. I want to work with you. The day before we were about to sign the listing agreement, she called me and told me that her husband, who is 20 years her senior, I'm too old for this. You know what? I can't do this. Right? It's going to happen. But guess what? She texts me once a month on her own accord, asking me how I'm doing because of the value that I provided her. Right? Because I don't care if they're going to sell this year or in 5 years from now, I'm going to want that business. Do you guys agree? So that's how we need to look at every single lead that comes in. Because even if they're not ready 100% right away, you're going to want that business when the time is right. They've reached out to us because I guarantee you there's no one else reaching out to them. Why else would they have reached out for this information? Now you have them in your pipeline. It's because what I was going to say is we're planting seeds, right? We are Johnny Appleseed, planting seeds, watering them, and watching them grow. So that when the time is right, you're the person that they go to, like I mentioned. Guys, 95% of real estate deals are closed in the follow-up, right? Following up is important. So like I said, even those people who are looking to sell in a month, we need to follow up with them. The people who are looking to sell in a year, we have to follow up with them so that when they are ready, you are the person that they go to. Mastering this does take time. That's why we call this a transformation. This is a 6-month transformation, not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? It's going to be hard though. Sometimes people will not pick up the phone and we're going to feel doubt when that happens sometimes. I mean, I have before, but that's when we go all in and continue to level up, guys. So really quick on communication. One of the best things about us is we guarantee a response within 24 business hours. Okay. And another great thing about our communication is all of us on this call, as individuals, me, you, Alex, me and you, Gianna, me and you, Erica, me and you, Tiffany, we can meet one-on-one as frequently or as infrequently as you want. But it's up to you to let us know. I literally am going to give you all the tools, all the links, all the things that you need to book calls with me, to email me, to talk to me. But it's up to you to take advantage of those things, right? I want you to book calls with me. I want you to show up. I want you to take advantage of all the things that we have to offer. So I want you guys to write down this email address if you haven't already, because even though I will sometimes, like Alex, like I did today, like text you before a meeting. If someone's late to a meeting or something like that, that is what I will do. I will message them to make sure that they're on the meeting. But that's the only time that you will ever get messages from me specifically. Okay. You're going to get some automated text messages. You're going to get some automated emails. But if you respond to them via phone, I might not see it. So email is the best way to get a hold of me, the fastest. If you want to hop on a call, but I don't have availability, we can always work around it. But you need to email me about it or book a call with me via Zoom with my coaching call link. So our office hours, guys, are on EST. We're actually based in North Carolina, even though we're all over the place. So our office hours are 9 to 6 EST, Monday through Friday. If you message us on a holiday or on the weekends or late at night, don't be surprised if we don't get back to you until that next business day. Okay? Fair enough? Cool. So guys, obviously for the next 6 months, we're all committed to this partnership. But after, if we decide to part ways, all we have to do is schedule a breakup interview. So full disclosure, this does go both ways. Guys, I can't tell you. Like I said, 87% of realtors fail. Guys, we've had agents that we've worked with who have completely wasted hundreds of leads. Wasted. And we will let you go if that is the case. It does go both ways. We do not want to work with people that waste people's time, because in some ways that's a reflection of us too. But we want to be consistent. So please let us know what's going on. The golden rule: if you're not happy about something, just let us know. We are probably the most open and responsive and communicative marketing company that you will ever work with in your entire life in real estate. But you have to let us know. Closed mouths do not get fed. Okay? If you go by a month and you haven't talked to me and you come back and you say, Jake, something about this stinks and something about this I don't like, and you took a month to get to me about it, guys, it's just like any relationship. If you guys foster and harbor that feeling for so long, it's going to become more real than maybe it really is, right? Like if you got in a fight with your partner or your spouse or whatever, and you held on to it for a month, and then a month later you blew up about it, I'm sure your partner or spouse would be like, darn it, dude, you could have told me at the time. We could have talked about it. We could have resolved it and gotten through it. But now we're here and everyone's upset, right? So please let us know everything that you're experiencing so we can help you get better results throughout the rest of this program. So again, quick recap. if you seriously don't focus on, if you only focus on one aspect of this program, you're going to miss out on a ton, because leads are just one aspect. You guys are most of you are newer agents. I know that there's going to be things that I can help you with immediately to get you better results, not even without a single lead from this program. So if you actually take full advantage, we're going to be able to help you out do a whole lot. So based on everything that we talked about, guys, how do you guys feel right now?
Right.
Awesome. You guys motivated? You guys feel like the expectations are set really strong on what to do?
Yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, can you just go back on that slide? I just want to see that for a second.
Yep. So guys, really quick while I'm on with you, could you guys check your emails really quick? I want to make sure that all of you got that email from me that said estate AI links and schedules to bookmark and save. That was the subject line of that email, because this email is super incredibly important.
Did you send the email or it was?
No, I
yesterday?
sent it a while ago, so you should have received it from me beforehand.
Oh, okay.
But I'll share my screen so you can see kind of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It had an onboarding form on it.
I have mine.
Okay. Gianna, do you have it? Erica?
Yeah, I think I received that one yesterday.
Yeah, same here.
Alex? Okay, guys, this email is your livelihood, okay? So for example, besides the onboarding form, that's the only thing you don't need in this email, but everything below that, this is the coaching call schedule is in there, okay? So I want you to open up your Google Calendar or your Calendly or whatever you use and add these times into your calendar. In addition, the Zoom link for these calls, it's the same Zoom link every time, and it's going to be right here. You can add the Zoom link to your calendar too. So when it pops up on your phone, you can literally just click on the Zoom link. On top of that, you will guys also get a text message 5 minutes before the call starts. You guys have multiple touch points to get on these calls, right? Right below that is my Zoom link. So the link that you're on right now is for me. If you ever book a coaching call with me and you're like, Jake, I can't find the Zoom link, bam, you have it. No excuses. This is all yours. I want you honestly to open up like a bookmark folder on your browser and save all these by name, right? The 7-Figure Agent course or coaching videos, that's right here too. 7-Figure Agent Facebook group is also here. If you haven't joined that, please do. The CRM link is here. And then the most important, I think, is booking calls with me, that coaching call link at the bottom. Because for homework, I want you to write this down, okay? First things first is I want you to save these coaching calls in your calendar. That's number one. So write that down. Cool. The next thing I want you to do is go into the 7-Figure Agent coaching videos, the course. And I want you to watch the how to use the CRM video. How to use the CRM video. And it's going to look like this, guys. This is the course. When you scroll down, it's the 4th video from the top. How to use the CRM, okay? After that, I want you to book a coaching call with me next week. Now, when you click on this link, it's going to show up in your time zone. So don't worry about time zones. It's in yours. So whatever time works for you in that link is when I want you to book a call. Because, guys, as you can see, my schedule fills up fast. And this is already for next week. And by Sunday, this will really fill up. So I want you guys to book a call with me for next week because I want to talk about the system. I want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable with the CRM. And Tiffany, I'm going to delete this because you're already here. All right, guys. So for homework, I want you to watch that video. I want you to save all those links. I want you to book a coaching call with me. Okay? Sound good? All right. So now, who needs help hooking up their Facebook accounts?
I have mine hooked up. I just I'm confused on if y'all have already set up my ads for me or if that's something I need to do. I was
No,
wanting you to
we do all that stuff. Tiffany, you are good to go. You are all set. So we basically, what will happen is let me just check your account really quick.
Okay, thank you.
So it looks like we are still building out your account. Before you guys go live, you will always get an email from us saying you're going to go live. And then when your ads do go live, if you get a lead, you will get a text message and an email that says you got a lead. Okay.
Okay, so we follow up with the lead through the text or the email, or will we get a Facebook notification?
No Facebook notifications,
Okay.
only text and email. The text will say that you like here. I just got a lead the other day. Hold on, let me show you what it looks like. I can share my screen, or maybe I can't. I'm just kidding. It's not showing up on my thing because my iMessages are connected to my desktop, but it looks like because it's not an iMessage, I can't see it. Anyway, you're going to get a text message and an email that says a lead comes in. When that happens, you're just going to hop into the CRM. You're going to look at the lead actually one more thing to add to your homework. If you don't have it already, there is an application for your phone for the CRM called Lead Connector. Lead, LEAD Connector. That is the same as the CRM on your laptop and the same login information. That way you can call, text, and email people from your phone. So this is why I want you guys to book a call with me next week, because I want to make sure that you're comfy with the CRM and you're good to go. All right. Because when you do go live, you're live and we need to call leads and follow up. So in the CRM, like I mentioned before, in the course, they're also, so this is what the course looks like, the how to use the CRM videos here. Now, if you scroll down to the FAQ section, right in here are our scripting. So if you need scripts and follow-up plans, you can download them through the course, okay? All right, so I think you guys are pretty ready to go, except for people who need help. Now, Tiffany, I saw that you're good.
So the quick question. The Lead Connector app is the same thing as our CRM. If we go into that, it would be
correct.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's the same login information.
Okay, so you're still working on mine, but otherwise I'm good to go. When y'all are finished, then I should start getting some leads, probably. Hopefully.
Yeah, so it does take time though.
Okay.
Like, so transparently, like everyone's experience is a little different, but it does take time in the beginning to get things going.
Okay.
Like I mentioned before, we're testing your ads for about the first 4 weeks to see what works best. And then once we find those winning ones, we just run those and you just start getting more and more opportunities. All right.
Okay. I think I emailed you because I did last week download the Lead Connector app, and I'm not live yet, but for some reason I got a message from somebody saying
You probably got a test
me.
or something.
I don't know, because the person was like, "You keep calling me. Why are you calling me?" And it was through my app, and it was a Granbury number, which is like an hour and a half from me. And so I actually ended up texting the person, and I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I was calling you," and I have no idea where it came from or how it got into Lead Connect.
Yeah, that makes no sense. That's really weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah,
I'll just disregard it.
Yeah, I would just ignore that.
Okay.
All right. So Alex, Erica, Gianna, were you guys able to hook up your Facebook accounts?
I did not.
Not yet.
Huh?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, this is what we'll do. So Erica, it's going to be hard for you because you're on your phone. Are you able to hop on Zoom on your laptop? So for now, while you're getting that settled, Erica, I'll have someone else start. Tiffany, you're good to go.
Okay,
If you
thank you, Jake.
have any questions, just email me, okay?
Very nice to meet everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
All right, so let's go with whoever wants to go first. All right, cool. Share your screen. And if you guys can actually follow Gianna and maybe do it on your own as we're going through hers, okay? So for everybody, you're going to open up your computers and you're going to business.facebook.com/settings. All right?
Wait, do you want me to share?
Yes. But everyone else, while we're going through it with her, I want you guys to start this. So business.facebook.com/settings. Cool. Now you're going to click on the real estate area section or the page that you want to use. Okay. And then you can just hit the X there. So, okay, wait, oh.
Sorry.
Is this the one you want? Jack
No,
Realty?
I don't know why I'm still, that's like 4 years ago. Okay.
Okay. So, go to pages on the left-hand side. Is everyone else on business.facebook.com/settings?
Yes.
And were you able to get to this part?
Then click on pages, correct?
Yep. Everyone here? Erica?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Okay.
So I have a question. I think this is my old Instagram account that I used to use for work. I don't use this I don't use this Instagram account. Is it?
Okay. So then go back to people.
Yeah. How can I link it to like?
Is it that one? Which one's which?
All right. Maybe I'm not the best to do the share screen because I need to figure this out, which I will do right after, but I don't want to confuse everybody else, myself included.
So, all right. So hit that drop down on the top left there. Yep. So these are the only two you have, right? What about that one?
This is my Facebook account.
Right. But these business accounts are not the same.
Jack Realty Group, I don't know why it's still even on. It's like a company I worked for in college. So I'll just remove that altogether. However, the John Mandela DC is an Instagram account that I used to use for work, but now I've just turned my Instagram into, you know, my Instagram. I've just combined my Instagram with my work Instagram. So
Well,
I don't want to confuse everyone. I can do this on the side.
Here's what I'll do. How about you stop sharing real quick?
Yeah.
I'll have Alex share real quick. Alex, if you could share your screen. Hey guys, I'm just curious because all of you guys did the onboarding form, right?
Yeah.
Alex, did you do your onboarding?
I haven't done mine.
Okay, so that's part of the reason why you haven't been able to. So Erica and Gianna, you did though?
Yeah.
I'm halfway.
You're halfway. Oh, so that's why you guys haven't gotten your Facebooks connected. Got
Okay,
it.
yeah. So I'll go back into the onboarding and get my Facebook connected then.
Yeah.
Sense.
Okay, so actually let's just do that if that's cool with you guys. Go through the onboarding form because it will teach you how to do all this.
Okay.
There's a video in there. So if you guys do have issues, there's a video on there that'll teach you exactly what I was about to do, which actually helps me a lot because I have actually a training that I'm late for. So you guys can take care of that. That would be sweet. I have some time set aside tomorrow where I don't take on calls, but I can take on these like kind of like office hours, right? So if you guys can't figure this out, email me partners@estate-ai.com with your questions and comments, and then I will try to get you on a call tomorrow or on Monday to help you out. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Have a nice day.
Email me if you need me. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you liked it, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I can see you in the next one. And last but not least, make sure you guys check out one of these fire videos that the YouTube algorithm just hand selected for you. And guys, if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis so I can help you scale your agency and take it to new heights like I've done in the past, because I've built 2 7-figure marketing agencies before I could legally drink, go ahead, click down below, fill out an application, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.